Hello there, welcome to Cronkite Percussion. I'm David Cronkite. This is about the essential beats that if you're a student of mine, you will know. I've labeled them A through G, and I just want to review them here for you now. And before I start playing, I want to point out that all of these beats, with the exception of G, the last one, the hi-hat stays the same, or the ride cymbal, depending what you're playing, eighth notes. The snare drum stays the same. It's on 2 and 4. And remember, I want to hear that snare drum when you play. Don't just touch it. The snare is the most important part of the drum set when it comes to playing, most rock and pop beats. Bass drum will be second, cymbals third. So, it's only the bass drum that changes from beat to beat, okay? So here's the first one. This is the A. I will play it 2 tempos, slow, and then faster, okay? 1, 2, letter A. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. A little faster on the ride cymbal. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. If I take away the right hand and you just hear the bass and the snare, this is what you get. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bass is on 1 and 3, snares on 2 and 4. All right. Essential beat B. The only difference here is that now you're hitting the bass drum with the snare. So the bass drum is going 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything else is the same. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2. Take away the right hand. Boom, boom, boom. The B beat's good for dancing and for heavier rock. For very driving rock. On to letter C. Here's the C beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. That's the C beat. Next one is the D beat. And it sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Bass, snare, bass drum, snare. Bass, snare, bass drum, snare. Okay? That's the first beat where it doesn't start repeating itself until you get back to 1. The other beats repeat themselves halfway through the bar. E is next. And we're back to, it's the same thing twice, basically. It repeats itself halfway through the bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Excuse me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bass drum, snare, bass drum, snare. That's all it is. And F, which is very similar to the C beat, except it has 1 fewer bass drum hits. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now, the G beat, totally different genre of beats where you play 16th notes on the hi-hat. Now, the biggest thing here is do not play on the edge with the shoulders of the sticks. Get up onto the hi-hat just like you were a snare drum. And it's going to sound like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. The most common mistake for beginners when they learn this is, 1, playing on the edge of the hi-hat with the shoulders of the stick. It's too much hi-hat. It is used, but I wouldn't start with that. Get up onto the hi-hat with the tips of the sticks. The second one is when you hit the snare drum, make sure you're still hitting it in the center and good and strong, because the focus often for beginners is on the hi-hat and they forget about the snare drum and it becomes an afterthought. So nice strong kick, nice strong snare, and just chill out on the hi-hat. You don't have to go. No, just relax. Now the bass drum and snare pattern for the G beat are identical to the A beat. Here's the A beat, G beat. Same thing. Just have twice as many hi-hats. There you go. Essential beats all reviewed for you. Learn them.